Do you know some people make money from watching the news? Not just traders, stable investors. Listening to find out how. Hi, my name is Ola, and on this channel, I explain personal finance, investing, and the economy in simple English. So you might want to subscribe and hit the notification button so you get fresh content from me every single week. Yeah. Yes, I said it. Stable investors actually listen to the news and get clues on where their money should be going. And today I'll be giving you 3 examples of how that works and how you can get into that flow also. Now, what came to your mind when you saw this? The world is coming to an end. Whether it is getting really hot and crazy, or there's money to be made. The truth about it is, some people could stop at the world is coming to an end and hide under their pillow. Or you could stop at it's getting really hot or it's getting too cold, right? And chill. But then in this piece of news lies a world of opportunities. So if countries are signing up to target net zero emissions in the next couple of years, right? It tells you that, and you understand that there will still be a demand for energy globally. It tells you that there's a business opportunity in that space. So when you see this, what can you do? You can consider investing in companies that are in the alternative energy space. You can, and that's global, right? And I'm going to do a piece on how you can invest in any stock anywhere from wherever you are, right? Literally, no restrictions. The world is one small village right now. So yeah, that's an aside. If you really want it, put a comment in the description box telling me I want it. But yeah, so you could consider investing in stocks of companies that are in the alternative energy space. It's either electric vehicles or the companies that produce the batteries that support it, or the companies that are in the alternative energy, wind, solar, water space, water energy space, So there's so many things. This simple news just tells you that there's going to be a shift towards alternative energy. And that if I'm going to invest, I should either start a business if I have that skill, which will support this, or I should invest in companies that are in that space. Can you see? That's one example. So what happens when you see this news? For some people, they may wonder, what's my business with the US economy? What's my business with the US? I'm in India, I'm in Nigeria, I'm in Ghana, I'm in Japan. What's my problem? Right? But first of all, understand that the US is a major economic partner with the world. That is the first thing. The next thing is, and what that means is that anything that happens in the US affects everybody. Just put that aside. Now, the next thing is, when that announcement is made, just watch. The first thing you will find is that because there is now cheaper money, people are free to go into other assets. So if, for example, the treasury rate was at 1, now it's now going to 0.5. For you to get return, what would you do? You look for higher risk, right? Meaning that you go towards equity. So you first of all see that equities market prices will keep going up or start going up on the back of that. Now, that's the first thing. Now you might say, I'm in my country, how does that affect me? If you're looking to be a global player and you're looking to be a global investor, then, and you know that there are ways for you to access any market in the world right now from your phone, then why should you not be investing in US stocks when you know that the supply of cash that is going into that market? That's one. So you could buy stocks, you could buy US stocks. Now, the next secondary effect is that you see those guys, after they've bought their stocks, if they're able to, and they can't find any other investment opportunities, it goes to emerging markets, it goes to other markets. So you will find that your emerging market, local bonds, local equities, prices will begin to rise as long as US traders or investors can access your market. So if you are wondering, will the Nigerian stock market go up on a normal day, or will the Ghanaian stock market go up? If there's excess liquidity, if there's quantitative easing and you see it in the news, as long as your borders are open, as long as your financial markets are open, they are coming. So position yourself. That is, so for this one, you need to understand the correlations. Then the last one, When you see this news, what comes to your mind? Is it, oh my God, there's so many people on this earth, right? Or there's so much opportunity? Because if there's 2 billion demand coming in the next few years, there's so many things you can do with that piece of information. The world is literally borderless right now. So you might just be thinking, oh my God, this Lagos is going to get so crowded. New York is going to get so crowded. It's going to be ridiculous. And you might be complaining about everything. How are we going to manage infrastructure? Blah, blah, blah. But guess what? In all those questions, there is money, right? If it's a question of infrastructure, then why don't you, what can you do in infrastructure space, right? To accommodate the number of people that you expect, right? Another thing you could also think about is what kind of policies or what will people need, right? Agriculture, you know, data, what services. So when people look at this and they're like, these are clues. When you see the news about the expected growth in world population, there's so many things that you can do with that piece of information. But the most important thing is for you to understand that in every problem, there is a solution, and that solution is money. That is what I'm trying to get to you. You must find the problem that needs a scalable solution, provide that solution, and in it you will see money. You will create value and you will see money. So with these three examples, you can see that there's one, a need to understand correlations and connections, meaning that when you see this thing, what does this imply? Right? What are the correlations? What are the connections? What, just understanding how things work, which is why I always talk about education and baby steps and understand that you can't invest in silo. You have to invest in the context of the greater economy, the business environment, right? Now, so that's the first thing. The next thing is that whenever you see any news headline, the question is, what is the opportunity here? Critique it. Have discussions with your friends, not about the problem or how bad the problem is, but what is the opportunity here? And then the next question is, how do I connect with that value? It is very, very important because in thinking like this, you will create solutions. And in creating solutions, you will convert to money, right? As long as those solutions are scalable, right? So these are just three examples. If you have any questions or thoughts around this, please feel free to connect with me on social media, on any of my handles. I'm Ola Oladele everywhere. And you can also drop your comments in the comment section down below, right? Trust this was useful. Don't forget that you can't outsource your health and your finances. You need to engage, right? And this is me giving you as much information as you can to engage. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye.